of videos just coming out of your own head based on the kind of content you want to make. You package them all a little bit differently, you post them all, you experiment, and eventually you'll find a formula of video that works for you if you're experimenting enough and if you're keeping track of what you changed and what kind of impact that had. But the easier way is to just go after the high search volume topics. And you can do this through creator search insights. Find a video in there with hundreds of thousands of searches a day, so millions of searches a month. Go into that query in creator search insights, look at the videos which have got the views for this already, look at the quality of the videos, look at how they're discussing the topic, look at how they're introducing the video, look at how long the video is, so on and so forth. Use those as indicators of what is working and make your own versions. Adding unique perspectives, adding things they haven't really talked about or shown, and post 20 of those videos and you will get 100,000 views on a video pretty easily. And if you want to be part of the community where we're helping people get the kind of views they need to get hundreds of thousands of followers within the first few months, then we have a free version of that available. Just click the link in our bio to find out more, and I'll see you over there. If you want to go viral on TikTok, there are only 2 guaranteed ways of doing this, and you've got to do them both together. First, you've got to find your market fit, and I'll explain what that is. And second, once you've done that, you've got to find the right frequency of posting that works for you. So if you want to go viral, make sure you save this so you don't lose it, and make sure you drop a follow for daily TikTok growth content. Now, first, you have to find your market fit on TikTok, or else you're not going to go viral at all. And all I mean by this is, in order to go viral, you have to find the version of content that works for you specifically. So yes, you're operating within a niche. Yes, there are going to be more popular topics in that niche than other topics, which give you a higher chance of going viral. But what I really mean here is that everybody is different creatively with their personalities as well. Everyone will have different approaches to videos and will talk about things in different ways. This is beautiful. This is why TikTok's such a diverse platform, but it's also why something that works for one person just won't work for another person at all. So to find your market fit on TikTok, what you need to do is find an approach to videos, whether it be the topics, the hooks, the way you're talking on camera, the way you're kind of filming and editing, the way you're getting people to stick around, that works for you specifically. And if you haven't gone viral at all, or it's very, very rare, then the chances are you've just not found this. And the only way you can find this is by changing up your content. You can have a somewhat targeted approach where you're targeting popular topics and seeing what people have done and trying to emulate that, but you have to be spicing things up. You have to post a lot of content. You have to add a lot of variety, and eventually you'll find something akin to a formula for you that will help you go viral more often. Now that's very difficult, so before I go into the next bit, if you want me to make a video breaking down exactly how I do that, then just comment part 2 and I can get that out. But secondly, once you've found this, finding your market fit on TikTok does not guarantee you going viral with every single video, just down to how the algorithm actually works and the luck of the draw of the people your videos end up in front of. So in order to combat this luck and make sure you go viral pretty frequently once you've found this market fit, you have to hit the volume numbers. A lot of people can be fantastic content creators on here if they just posted more. And it can just be that simple at the end of the day. The golden rule here is 1 to 3 times a day. It's a lot, but that's why a lot of people aren't doing well on here, because it takes a lot of work to get that kind of volume in. And if we're talking about trying to find your market fit at the same time, that kind of volume helps you find it a lot quicker. Now, of course, there are a lot of things that are important about going viral on TikTok, such as picking the right topics, such as layering your audio hooks, your text hooks, your visual hooks together, such as using TikTok SEO to get your videos in front of the right people. There's a lot to digest, but we've put everything together in a roadmap that you can get through in a couple of weeks, paired with the community with support from coaches that's helped people like Susan gain over 100,000 followers within a few months. So if you want access to a free bite-sized version of that, just click the link in our bio and I'll see you over there.
Okay, what is the most important part of a video? Think about it. Think about it. I'm gonna go through some things that is not, and then I'm going to tell you what is truly the most important part of the video, and then I'm going to explain a concept and give you an example. Okay, it is not the hook. So many people will say the hook is the most important part of the video. The first 3 seconds of the video, you master that. And listen, the hook is extremely important, don't get me wrong. It is definitely not the edit. Look at me, all right? Definitely not the edit. What else is it not? It's not even the storytelling. It's not even the pacing, okay? And it's not any random tactics like hashtags or trial reels or whatever it is. It's none of that. The number one most important part of the video that I have seen across all of my clients that I've worked with, anybody who crushes on social media, it is the topic of the video. It is the topic of the video. It is the topic or the idea of the video. Like, what are they talking about? All right. Now I want to explain this. I made content for a wrestling coach. He went from 0 to 10K in like 14 days, followers on Instagram, which is a lot harder than TikTok. In 14 days. Why was he able to grow so fast? Because I grew up in the wrestling community. I wrestled Division I. I know everything about wrestling. I know the topics and the ideas that wrestlers want to listen to. Okay? And so like this idea of like ways to get more takedowns. That's a terrible video, but if you don't know anything about wrestling, that might be a video you might make. Instead, I know that wrestlers are deeply fascinated and like concerned about weight cutting. So we the weight cut, 3 tips to recover faster after a hard weight cut. We counter position against what everyone else would say about weight cutting, that you have to do it all terrible. How to eat every single meal and still be able to have a great weight cut. And they blew up. It wasn't 3 ways to do a single leg, 3 ways to do a double leg, 3 ways to win more matches. It was this niche vocabulary. And that's what I want to talk about. Niche vocabulary. If you think about an iceberg, the classic like iceberg analogy, in every niche, there is the classic top of the iceberg words that they say. Okay? I'm going to try to do my gardening one, but I don't know what's below the iceberg, so I'm going to be making stuff up. On top of the iceberg, the niche vocabulary will be seeds, planting, soil, tilling. Like, you make videos about those. Sure, like every gardener's going to be like, yeah, okay, I think about that all regularly, but like nothing is profound here. But elite gardeners don't talk about soil and certain things. They're probably talking about some metric that the sun rays give off. So if you come out and you say the greatest metric of sun rays at 4 p.m. on a Tuesday, they're going to be like, dude, I was just thinking about that. Or maybe they start talking about like hydroponics. Maybe that's big in the gardening industry. I don't know. But you have to go layers down and find the hotbed topic. And the way that you can think about this is like, if I were to walk into